Hello, this is Alex. Today we're going to talk about planning ahead. This is Grow How. If you're new to us, we do gardening, homesteading, cooking with a little bit of history mixed in. Please subscribe and hit the bell if you're interested in any of those topics. And today we're talking about planning ahead. Right now it's September 14th or 15th. I don't even know the date. I think it's the 15th. And, we're going into that slower season for gardening if we're not already there. There's some people that are already got their fall crops in, but it's usually not as big as that big summer plant when you're doing a lot of stuff that needs a lot of time to grow. So we're running out of daylight hours. We're almost running out of the year. Okay, maybe not quite that far, but we're halfway through September. This is the point where I start planning ahead. Now, for some things, it's almost too late to plan ahead. Your fruit trees, really, you can start ordering them, if not now, very soon. When I was in the nursery industry, I really wanted my fruit trees ordered by August or September. I haven't had the need to order a lot of trees mail order yet. That's probably going to happen in the next couple of years for me. I've always had the advantage of getting most of what I want through other channels. Working in a nursery, I did things differently. But the planning has got to be there, and this isn't just laying out the beds. This is what projects are going to be big projects you're going to want to work on. Just some examples: sprinkler systems. Typically, the piping on those is 20-year-old piping. Now, I've seen it last a lot longer, but the PVC is really only expected to last 20 years. So you may need to go through and say, hey, I need to redo a zone this year and maybe a zone next year. But you plan it out. Renovations for your property, your ornamentals. I was consulting with somebody yesterday, and their previous owners of the property had things planted so tight and so dense. The owner said, just tear it all out. And so they had it all torn out because it was just too much. I don't know if that bothered me as much, but then again, when you're doing landscape ornamental stuff, quite often the expectation is that it's going to be switched out in about 5 years. Certainly the planning for sizing rarely goes beyond 5 years unless you get a very conscientious designer. And if you're in Utah and you need one of those, let me know. There's some good designers out here who are very conscientious and will, for the most part, be able to keep things from getting overplanted. Big projects, concrete projects, building projects, you want a play set for the kids, you want a deck, all those things, you want a shed. All those things can be planned out now. When it's slower, when it's less intense, when you're not out there just dying because of the heat and looking for your next bottle of water, pretending like you're on Dune. Those are things you do now. And so I encourage you to sit down, put together a list, put together the ideas you want, prioritize those, and look and see if those are things that you can break down in even smaller positions, smaller jobs. Not positions, but projects. Deck, you're probably going to want to do the whole thing, but with paver work or concrete work, a lot of times you can do this much this year, this much next year, do this area, do that area, and certainly with plantings, very flexible on that. As long as you've got your irrigation system planned out, you can really plant when you want to. Those are some things to think about. The whole subject of planning is what landscape architects spend, years doing. And for a master's degree in landscape architecture, it's typically a 3-year degree, unless you've got a landscape architecture degree already, in which case you end up spending, total of really 5 years or more in your specific area of planning. So you're doing a minimum of 3 years in that program. Keep that in mind, and there is so much to talk about on design and planning that I would never run out of coverage for that. but I'm also not going to hold your hand on it. So just keep it in mind. Start the planning right now. Go out today, write yourself out a list of what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, what you're going to accomplish, and what you want to accomplish, I should say. Deciding what you're going to accomplish is got to wait till you know what you want to accomplish. So keep that in mind. Again, start planning. Write down your projects. Get an idea of what they're going to take to accomplish, and be ready to the point where you can start taking bids in March. If you can get a landscaper to actually get out of bed in March, it may be hard. Certainly in my area, unless the weather's really good, they're still, look, a snowstorm's coming, and roll over and take a nap. Don't blame them. They worked hard in the summer. They're gonna relax hard during the winter. The best ones always do. If you have any questions, comments below. If you have not yet subscribed, remember, homesteading, gardening, cooking with a little touch of history. Subscribe button below and hit that little bell so you get notifications. Thank you very much. Manana.